Hey everyone, if you've been stuck comparing 3D scanners and still aren't sure which one actually fits your workflow, this is the review you need before you hit buy. I've dug into the category, looked at what people actually run into after the unboxing, and I'll tell you where the Revopoint MIRACO Pro shines and where it might leave you wanting. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that jumps out is the all-in-one promise. You're not buying a box of cables, a separate screen, and a power brick. Everything you need to start scanning is right there. That matters if you're setting up in a small space or you just don't want to babysit a stack of accessories every time you fire it up. The HD 2K display is built in too, so you can preview scans without squinting at a laptop or tablet. If you've ever wrestled with a scanner that forces you to tether to a computer just to see what you've captured, this single change cuts out half the frustration before you even start. Color capture is where this model separates itself from the budget scanners. Most mid-tier machines give you a monochrome point cloud and call it a day. The MIRACO Pro captures full color textures at the same time it's building geometry, so you end up with scans that look like the real object instead of a ghostly mesh. That's huge if you're printing cosplay props, miniatures, or product prototypes where the paint job and decals are just as important as the shape. I've seen people try to fake color in post with texture mapping and it never lines up perfectly. With this scanner, the color is baked in from the first pass, so you save hours of cleanup. Portability is another real-world win. The unit is light enough to toss in a backpack with your laptop, and the battery option means you're not hunting for an outlet when you're scanning on location. That's the kind of detail that only shows up after you've tried to haul a desktop scanner to a convention or a client's office. The flip side is that the battery life isn't endless. Expect around 2 hours of continuous scanning before you need a recharge. If you're planning marathon scanning sessions, keep a spare battery on hand or plan to stay plugged in. The flexible capture modes are practical once you move past the marketing words. You've got handheld mode for organic shapes, turntable mode for small objects, and even a fixed position mode if you're scanning larger items that won't fit on a turntable. The software walks you through each mode, so you're not guessing which setting to pick. That said, the learning curve isn't zero. You'll still need to play with lighting and exposure, especially with shiny or dark surfaces. A single bright lamp can wash out texture detail, and a dark object can disappear into the background. It's fixable, but it's not automatic. Who should buy this scanner? If you're a hobbyist who wants museum-quality color scans without a six-figure budget, or a small studio that needs quick, reliable captures for 3D printing, this is the sweet spot. It's also a solid choice if you already own a resin or filament printer and you're tired of sculpting every detail by hand. The scanner pays for itself fast when you're not outsourcing texture work or reprinting failed models. Skip it if you're scanning large industrial parts every day or you need sub-millimeter precision for engineering tolerances. This scanner is built for creative work, not metrology. It's also not the tool for you if you hate any kind of software setup. You'll spend more time tweaking exposure and alignment than you will scanning, and that's time you might not want to spend. The biggest hidden trade-off is the file size. Color scans at 2K resolution generate large point clouds, and your computer will groan if it's more than a couple of years old. Make sure you've got a solid SSD and at least 16 GB of RAM before you commit. Another thing to watch, the included turntable is small, about 6 inches across, so anything bigger than a coffee mug needs the handheld mode. If you're scanning shoes or helmets, plan on doing multiple passes and stitching them together. Bottom line, the Revopoint MIRACO Pro is the first scanner in this price range that actually delivers on color and portability without a ton of extra gear. It's not perfect, but the places it falls short are the same places most budget scanners fail: file size and surface material handling. If those aren't deal breakers for your use case, this is the one to grab. Check the link in the description if you want to see the latest price and bundle options.